Hello, welcome to Saturday Afternoon Adventures. I am your host, Robot Spacer, and I didn't have the sound on, so I didn't realize the music box is still going, and it's kind of creepy, huh? Hey, Dan, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But we are about to continue King's Quest Adventures of Graham, Episode 2, Rubble Without A Cause. The names of the chapters all have goofy, very... inspired by the original King's Quest subtitles. I can't remember what the first one is called. Missed your last stream due to Canadian Thanksgiving. Well, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, it went pretty well overall. Let's see. Let's try to remember what we've accomplished here so far. We did start the chapter over due to Bramble unexpectedly dying. Bramble being the wife of the baker whose name I can never remember. So the setup for this chapter is that everyone, lots of folks you met in the first chapter are in jail with you. We've been jailed by goblins. Also, Mr. Fancy Cakes is here. Mr. Fancy Cakes, who is the majestic unicorn we saw in the first chapter, is sick, as well as Bramble. And if we don't give them like a cure potion, they will die after a couple of days. I had some idea how the game mechanic worked, but I didn't expect to get a death so quickly. So I decided to start over and use what I had learned to at least save one of them. So we saved Bramble, at least for now. Everyone except for Mr. Fancy Cakes is in reasonable health at the moment. I believe, actually, I'm pretty much positive Mr. Fancy Cakes is going to die tomorrow. I actually decided to look up to see if there was any way to save Mr. Fancy Cakes. I didn't necessarily want to know how to do that, just I wanted to know if it was possible. And it seems the answer is no. At least you have to choose between Bramble and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Dan says, this chapter is a lot more brutal than the first. Each chapter has a very different theme and mechanic. Yeah, it's interesting that they did that. I don't necessarily dislike like changing things up every chapter. I don't know that I'm a super fan of the setup of this chapter. Vervain, thank you so much. Great to see you. 4 months. I appreciate your support very much, and I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I don't love the setup of this chapter. I can appreciate an attempt to like give you difficult choices, but I don't know about having people die on you, especially like they introduced this new character, Bramble, and like after the first day, at which point you have already screwed up if you didn't make the right choices in the first day. Then the baker tells you that Bramble is pregnant. And if you didn't make the right choices at the beginning, I think you're pretty screwed at that point, and she's going to die, which is a little bit much for a King's Quest game, if you ask me. I did also learn accidentally a spoiler that I think I will... I don't know, I'm a little bit torn on whether to share this information, but I guess since we generally do no spoilers here, I will not reveal what I learned. Dan says, I think everyone I've watched play this game, including myself, restarted Chapter 2 after learning about how it works. Yeah, I honestly, it's hard to imagine not doing that. But anyways, we are going to continue here. We just, at the end of last stream, we finished this puzzle where we had to make this music box play a tune we learned elsewhere. And then this goblin went to sleep finally, and we were able to get the pea out from under the mattress. I'm not actually sure what we do with that. I don't think we've learned anything about what we're going to do with that, but I assume it will help us one way or another. Let's see, we've also got, a dead rose. That's interesting. This wasn't a live rose when we got it, but it is now dead. We've got a single gold piece, and we have a fly. So let's switch to gaming scene here.
Stream Ghost is here.
Unsecret Crush is here.
You mentioning that your alive rose has become a dead rose.
Yeah.
Suddenly made me remember that when you found the thing where you get the roses from, there's like a container of multiple roses, and you saw that you still had an opportunity to like take another one.
Right.
As soon as that happened, I was like, that rose is on a timer.
Right. I figured there would at least be some case where, maybe we would use the item, and if we, did it incorrectly, we would need another one or something like that. But the rose eventually wilting does make some sense.
It does also make me wonder if there's a use for a wilted rose.
Yeah.
Additionally.
Oh. Have I never noticed this? So there's these little containers of water all over, and if I just press X, I can like wash my face, I guess.
It's unclear if he's washing his face or drinking.
Yeah. To me, it looks more like a wash your face, but I could be wrong.
It's hard to tell.
But we can also interact with them. Huh. Interesting. He just threw it away.
Okay, so...
So clearly once the rose is dead, it's no longer of use. I figured there was a small possibility we might need a dead rose specifically, but It seems that is not the case.
Yes, I'm still paying attention. That would never work.
So you have a pea...
So washing our pee is not the solution.
I hope you didn't waste it on
You have a fly, a pea, and what's the middle thing?
Gold coin. Okay. So we could potentially go buy another item. I believe we have... were they chopsticks? I can't remember how they're described, but they look like chopsticks.
I think they were described in a way that made
we can buy for 1 gold coin, and then for 2 gold coins, we can buy some like really good porridge.
Okay.
Which I believe basically gives us like 2. I assume from the description that if we give it to someone else, they will get 2 hearts to their health.
Okay.
We do have. Let's see, is this up to date? I think we're on day 3. I think I decided to write this down at the end of stream after I ended the stream, just so I would remember now where we're at with everyone, which is Fancy Cakes has 1 heart. The Hobble Pots have 3 hearts. The Bakers have 3 hearts, and Amaya has 4 hearts. So I'm trying to think. I feel like we're at full strength now also. And as far as I can tell, that doesn't like diminish over time. So I don't think we have any immediate need for that extra strength porridge. Although I also don't know. Well, I have a couple of ideas of what we might be able to use the chopsticks for. And that does seem like...
Is one of them giving to Amaya as a weapon?
No, but that's an interesting idea.
I feel like at some point early on, she specifically asked for anything pointy that you can get a hold of. But then you found a sword that was a frying pan.
Yeah, we gave her a sword thing that's got like a frying pan on the end.
Right.
And now she wants like a handle for it or something, I think. A longer handle.
Right, that's right. So yeah, I don't know what the chopsticks would be for then.
And I assume there's still some degree of like different choices we have. Hey, Yuki, good to see you.
Hi, Yuki.
Just about to go to bed. Just wanted to say hi. I missed so many streams I wanted to watch. I feel like I didn't see anything of King's Quest 8 and I was so excited for it. Oh no. Gonna look for a little while and disappear. Have fun playing. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. It's good to see you and I hope you're doing well. And enjoy your lurkin'. So, this area, I think this little house is where we got our rose. Let's get a new rose.
Did you ever get a hold of that glass slipper?
No, I was just about to go there and see if we can. This wall is interesting.
I feel like I missed a lot of the end of your previous stream due to making dinner. So there's probably lots of little things that you maybe have or haven't done that I didn't catch.
So it seems like we have an infinite supply of roses here. Fresh rose. And then in the other direction here, we have a little like Goblin Cinderella scene where there's a group of goblins that are like trying desperately to put a slipper on.
Yeah, they're the stepsisters, obviously.
Yeah. And then the slipper goes flying, and it's like down at the bottom of a little pit now. I think it's down here. Yeah.
Yes, I'm still paying attention.
What you humming about?
Never work.
I was just thinking, we probably need weed growing. We probably need that weed growing potion to solve this.
And you'd have to give the fly to the potion people?
I was just wondering briefly if this was like a Jack and the Beanstalk kind of situation where, like, I don't know, maybe if we toss this pea down, like a beanstalk would grow up.
The pea is for something else, isn't it?
I don't know that we know what the pea is for. Do you know what it's for?
What I recall is that you needed a fly to get the weed growing potion. And then there was a different potion after that.
Right.
That required the pea, but I don't remember what it was for.
Yeah, that does sound correct. But since we restarted the chapter, we're not currently doing the... Oh, right. The thing I just remembered is that the Hobblepots won't help us out at all unless we feed them.
Oh, you haven't given them any food yet.
Right. So we might actually be committed to Amaya's quest line now.
I see.
It's possible.
Also, that rose doesn't seem like it lasts very long, huh?
No, it clearly dies very quickly. It's currently a wilted rose, which is the one I had at the beginning stream was specifically a dead rose.
Right.
So it's like got different states.
I'm not sure about.
Anyways, like the weed growing potion makes sense as a possible way to get this. But I don't know. And then down here we have the Cinderella Goblin.
Who has a broom.
Who has a broom.
Which could be a long handle.
Yeah, it's probably the handle we need.
I also feel like, I don't know about the Hobblepots, but I'm pretty sure the bakers indicated a use for any kind of wood. So it's possible that getting the broom is beneficial for both Amaya and the baker's path.
Right. Like, I'm guessing that a lot of things in this chapter can be used for, the different paths.
Right.
But I don't fully understand how it all works yet. Let's see what... Oh, it's dead now. So that dies super fast. The main thing that makes me think is that it must be somewhere very nearby that we need to use that. I'm going to experiment a little. It's also possible that, like, maybe we want it to be wilted. Like, it seems like once it's dead, then he's just gonna toss it. But maybe wilted is a good state. I don't know.
Oh! That container looks exactly like the other containers of water.
It sure does, doesn't it?
Huh.
So maybe if we get this to
Another
a container before it's dead, then that will be useful. Oh, I keep pressing square to open a door. That's not correct.
You got Genshin brain?
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Square is the interact button.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if we need to, like, use this here. Oh, is it still... Okay.
Ah, that keeps it alive.
Okay, yeah, now it's fresh again. So we need to keep dipping it in these containers to keep it alive. And then we need to get it somewhere else. The question is, where is that somewhere else? We can probably help make sense of this if we just kind of follow the trail of containers. Can't remember if there's one over that way. I'm worried I'm not gonna make it here. I know there's one down here, but I'm worried we've taken too long. Yeah, it's already dead. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me think about this. Let's kind of figure out where they all are and then use that to try to work back what we're meant to accomplish here. Okay, there's one here. And this one, interestingly, has, like, something in it.
Like a cup?
Right.
Can you take it?
If I interact with this without an item, he just does the usual animation.
Okay.
My feeling is that this is a place where we can actually put the rose and have it stay there.
Ah.
The fact that it's in here makes me think it's for a spell.
What is this? Oh, is this the Hobblepots area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, again, they won't do anything for us until I give them some food.
Right.
Which we need 2 coins to get at this point.
The good porridge.
And
Are you still getting meat every day?
I feel like we probably can't get another coin without spending the coin we have. So I feel like maybe we need to keep going with Amaya's quest line or something until we can progress. I assume eventually we'll be able to get 2 coins and then we can do other stuff that we skipped initially. King's Quest 8 looks fun compared to this. Like, what the fuck is this? Personally, I've found this to be pretty enjoyable. But it's certainly a extremely different approach from Mask of Eternity. And then we've also got this thing.
Short weeds had gathered at the bottom of some sort of goblin ladder.
that was the thing that when you had the weed killing potion,
Right, I used it here.
You used it and it got a little bit taller, but not enough to actually do anything with yet.
Right, like he's trying to climb up, so I'm guessing that if we, wait for the weeds to grow, they will help us climb up. But I don't know what the end goal of that is.
I will say one critique I have with this game going with the like different types of path, like the bravery and kindness and wisdom path, is that if there is an activity that is exclusive to one of those paths, I don't feel like they do a good enough job of communicating that. So like you see those short weeds there. If you're on the bravery path,
right,
is that anything? Like, do you need to be concerned about that?
Like, I could be wrong, but I'm guessing we'll come back around to it eventually. I feel like we should go ahead and buy these chopsticks.
What's good today?
Metal eating sticks from my trip to the Orient. Rare, exotic, moderately priced.
How much?
1 shiny gold coin. Are you interested?
The subtitles say metal eating sticks as though the sticks are for metal eating, not metal eating sticks.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's to say? With this game.
I assume the sticks will not eat metal, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and get them.
Sold to the boy in the sparkling turban.
I think that's a typo, but it might be a joke I just don't get. I'm glad you enjoyed my... I did mean to switch off the notebook temporarily just so we don't cover up the subtitles and stuff, but I'm glad you enjoy the notebook and setup, Yuki. Appreciate the compliment. Okay, so now we're ready to eat some metal. My best guesses as to what we can do with this is, like, we've got a couple things that are just just outside of our reach. Like, there's a coin. I feel like this is probably not gonna help with the slipper, but that is another thing that's out of our reach. I feel like that's maybe too far out of our reach. There's also like a notebook page from the Goblin King's book of drawings. I really don't understand what's going on with that whole situation. I guess that's pretty high up too, but we'll give this a shot just to see what happens.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
still paying attention. That would never.
What if you need the broom for that? Well, no, that's too high even for a broom to reach.
I really don't know. But then this seems like this ought to work, right?
Yes, I'm
No?
still paying attention. That would never work.
Like, what is...
Really? I hope.
It's just out of our reach. I thought for sure that would work. Okay.
No utensils required at this bakery.
Sir, King.
And then we can look around everybody's cell,
Right,
which
take a
is...
look around your cell.
I'm too hungry to deal with your questions.
Oh. Right. So we gave her like a cure-all, so she's not sick anymore, but they
she's
still won't.
hungry.
Like, we can't do their quest line unless we give them food.
So that seems to be true for everybody except Amaya, because she's not hungry. She is well fed enough.
That's a good point.
Goodbye.
Hasta la pasta.
Yeah.
So I do feel like we need to get that broom next. Let's talk to her again real quick. Do you want
Those are way
chopsticks?
too fancy for me.
Okay. Worth trying.
Hey,
So if they're not for her, I'm very confused about what they're for. 'Cause I assumed being long and pointy that they would suit her desire for something pointy to use as a weapon.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we can look around her cell. Have I done
you
that?
must.
I guess I have. I remember looking at the bed.
Yeah, there's not that much
It is a
in
lovely
there.
bed.
I have seen so many beds down here. I'm surprised they even remembered which one was mine.
Look outside of the cell.
What is
Oh,
the deal with that guy?
They seem to be attracted to the low, gravelly tone of my voice.
Perhaps we could use that to our advantage.
Please
What?
don't.
okay. I don't really see anything else to interact with. Goodbye.
Come back soon.
So what's her current status?
Like health?
Yeah.
4 hearts.
Okay.
And then the others have 3.
Okay. So it is possible that if like more days pass, she will start to become hungry.
Well, at least I can lift my arm. Not sure I can lift a weapon.
Okay. It sounds like she's starting to get hungry.
Right. So, back to this Rose situation. Oh, right. There was the... I assume we got to get it to the hobble pots. I feel like that little cup that's inside the container is going to be a place where we can, like, set the rose. So in order to accomplish that, we just need to find another stopping point, which I'm guessing is going to be over this way. Yeah, okay. So let's try that. I feel like we're maybe getting ahead of ourselves,
Right.
but it's a thing we can possibly accomplish right now, so might as well give it a shot. I guess I could also try using the chopsticks on the slipper, even though I don't really think that's going to work.
It would take a rather high amount of manual dexterity, I would think. To use
Yeah, like that's a very hard thing to grab, and it seems
Right.
like they're way down there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a ways.
But
Really?
okay,
I hope you didn't waste it on that.
Good night, Yuki.
good night.
Really?
Oh, we can't. Oh, I was in the wrong spot. Do
I'm not really.
you want to pee? Do you want to fly?
Yes, I'm still paying attention.
Okay.
I think I might need to take my Stream Ghost act into a darker room because I've got a bit of a headache today.
Oh no.
And this room is just too well lit.
I mean, we could turn down the lights a little if that would help.
I think I need to flop around also.
Okay, that's fine. All right, we're gonna do Rose. We got our route planned out. I think we can do this as long as I don't press the wrong button too many times, which is definitely a risk.
I suppose I'll want headphones.
Might help. And now that we're doing this, I understand why they we've got this little spot up ahead here where you have to press X 3 times to climb down. And I was very confused why they made that so tedious, but now it makes sense. It's... Oh, shoot, I'm not in the right spot. It's intentionally slowing you down to make this Rose quest harder. This part here. Wait, what?
Sure.
It changed which one was selected. Go. This part feels the hardest to me because it's a good hike. But I hope we're okay. Alright.
Yes, I'm
No.
still paying attention.
Phew. Okay. I think we're good now. Oh, it's still fresh. There we go. Okay. So, mission accomplished. I don't know what we've accomplished, but we've done it. Thank you. So, let's talk to them again. Oh, they're asleep. Interesting. And they're also down to 2 hearts. So this is a thing I hadn't encountered before, where it seems like time is passing even if I don't go to sleep. Oh, a thing I completely forgot is we get some meat every day, which we're supposed to be feeding to a creature, but we can give it to somebody else. So maybe that makes sense as our next step. Maybe we need to do that next to even get anywhere. I really can't think of anything else we could do right now. I'm just thinking things over to see if there's... Like, the fly and the pea are both spell ingredients, or like potion ingredients. It's possible they have other uses. Chopsticks. Chopsticks I'm blanking on. Let's take a peek at my notes here. I guess I've made some to-do items we haven't been really looking at here. We have gotten swole. We have not fixed the porridge supply, but I kind of suspect that's not something we can do. We were able to like open up the large pipe in our room and go through that. And that basically got us the It led us to another music box where we found 2 songs, and I just stopped to think, what if we need to do the other song for some purpose? Now that we have the P, we could try the other song, and, you know, maybe something interesting will happen if we wake up that goblin. Lock on cage door. That should be plural. There's locks on all the cage doors. I don't know if that's something we need to solve, at least short term. Drawing on tall mushroom, we still haven't figured out. Bramble needs medicine. We did that. There's also the goblins want us to feed a mole, and there's a treasure chest in front of the mole. So I'm assuming if we did feed the mole, we could get some item that's in that chest. I'm really curious what that is, but also, like, it seems risky. It seems risky. And then the last to-do item here is keep Mr. Fancy Cakes alive, which unfortunately is not going to happen. All right, let's try using the other song on the music box to see what happens. My initial assumption when we found those two different songs was that this is just to kind of make the puzzle more complicated. We have to figure out which is the right song to play. And it seemed obvious that we want to play the, you know, the soothing lullaby to put the goblin to sleep. So I figured the other one was just to kind of, you know, throw you off. But maybe it does actually have a purpose. Can't hurt to find out. Oh, okay. We actually can't interact with the music box anymore. So that answers that. Then I think I'm pretty much out of stuff we can try without advancing another day. I'm just noticing that, like, this goblin up here is asleep, and I can't remember if that one's awake. I can't remember if the one that's asleep there is always asleep. Mostly I'm wondering if that's kind of a way of, you know, telling time. I see how late in the day it's getting. Because clearly time is passing. Even if we don't go to sleep. Which is what I originally assumed. That's the mole. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So Mr. Fancy Cake still has one heart. The hobble pots are down to 2 now. So I'm really curious if they're gonna be down to 1 after I advance time here. Lots of confusing things here. I think we've done everything in this direction. I just want to double check.
I thought those had all been destroyed. I didn't need any reminders of impossible riddles from my earlier adventuring days.
Okay, we can't interact with it. I think all this room is for is to give us the songs we can learn. So I'm struggling a little with what to do with our meat on the next day here. I guess my decision might be swayed by how many hearts the hobble pots have when I wake up in the morning. Junior Skeg, thank you so much for that subscription. Appreciate it very much. We do love Mr. Fancy Cakes, even though we failed
As an adventurer,
to save him.
great vacation quests. As a king, I struggled at giving orders. What if I made the wrong choice? What if I led the kingdom astray? What if I lost another friend to that dragon? I could have saved Mr. Fancy Cakes. What was I thinking?
We couldn't, though. Rip Mr. Fancy Cakes.
Very weak. Perhaps it would be wise to check on them.
Okay. So I think that we are down to 1 heart on the Hobblepots. Sad day. Yeah. And they're still asleep. I'm confused as to why their heart situation got lower at a faster rate. But, well, let's go check on the bakers. Amaya should be fine since she, she's had more hearts from the beginning. So I think she should be down to 3 now. But I'm curious where the bakers are at. Yeah, they're at 2. Yeah, like, they haven't had food, but the bakers haven't had any food either. Oh, yeah, they're sleepy because they haven't had food. Sure, that makes sense. Figure I've checked on everyone else. I might as well double check on Amaya. Yeah, so she's at 3. Yeah, I did notice that Bramble is back on the bed, so, like, I assume that's because their hearts are getting lower again now. So. Day 4. Fancy Cakes. Rip. Hobblepots. 1 heart. Bakers 2 and Amaya 3. So, given the current situation, we're definitely going to give our meat to the Hobblepots, otherwise they'll die tomorrow. Like, unless we found some way to get 2 coins so we could get the porridge, but I don't see that happening. Like, I feel like we need to progress on one of the quest lines in order to get enough coins for that porridge. And I feel like we have lots of, we have multiple items that are going to be useful with the Hobblepots. We've got this rose here now. We've got the fly and the pea, which are both spell or potion ingredients, I believe. So.
That's okay. I was about ready to retire anyway. This is basically retirement, right?
Oh, no, buddy. Also interesting, they seem asleep, but he's just talking, so maybe they're just kind of half asleep. They'll wake up for food, at least.
Oh,
Oh, delicious. Oh, oh, this is so good. Here you go, dear.
Oh, heavens. I feel better already.
Thank you, King.
Eyes of flies.
Huh? I thought you said you felt better.
The eye of a fly. Don't you see? That's the missing ingredient.
Good news.
Potion? Are you... Is it for teleportation at random? Does it summon a storm that follows you? Will it make you transform into a cat? Apologies. Been working on that. Cat, will this potion make you turn into a clawed feline?
No, it's nothing special. Just weed killer. We think we can rot away these roots to escape.
Bring us the eye of a fly, boy, and keep up with the treats.
Oh, right. It's supposed to be weed killer, but it ends up actually making weeds grow.
Is this story about your choices or mine?
So, give them the fly. Oh, I missed how many hearts they have now. Is that 2?
All right, stand back.
Gart.
Be gone, weeds! Damn it! Did I say eye of a fly? I meant flying eyes. I always get those two mixed up. Oh, Muriel.
Hey, I'm sick of you. How can a whole horde of creatures be so dumb? Who raised you? Oh, your species is capable of deeper thoughts, and that's a fact. That's it. I'm at my wits' end with these little sadists. We're taking them out.
Oh, Muriel. Brute force? Let's think this through.
No, my mind is made up. We're building a bone bomb. It's the smartest thing we can do.
All right, Muriel. We will need some boom powder. Here's the recipe.
Okay, so we got the spell book. Oops. There we go. So that's our first spell, which we have completed now.
We should move the store around once we're back. It's impossible to get out from behind the tables.
Why would we need to be on the other side? That's the buying side.
It'd be nice to take a stroll around the store.
We have all the ingredients for boom powder now.
I mean, stock.
Okay, interesting. But before we do that, I'm gonna go... I feel like that might progress things, potentially before we're ready. So I want to experiment first with... Well, this is tough. On one hand, I'm very curious if the weed growing potion will work on the Cinderella slipper. On the other hand, if I do that action, I'm committing to it. Hey, Silver, good to see you. How is Survivor Daventry Edition going? It's going okay. Unfortunately, Mr. Fancy Cakes has passed on. We miss him greatly. But otherwise, things are going okay. The Hobblepots were having a rough time, but we gave them some meat, and they're doing better now. And I think we might be able to bust them out soon. I don't know. I'm curious how this boom powder is going to go. But we're progressing. There's lots of difficult choices to be made here. But we're getting there. Silver, I enjoyed your Dark Seed stream with Edgar Allan Poe very much. And we plan more of that at some point. Also, if I understand correctly, you are doing a Blood Rain stream this evening. It was a mess. It was certainly, that seems like a very tough game. having the time limit component reminded me of playing Uninvited a lot, although almost seemed maybe even harder. What's the point of even continuing without Mr. Fancy Cakes? Yeah. It's tough, but we must go on. I guess I'm going to use this here. There's like this same kind of weeds.
It's still not tall enough to climb yet.
Under the glass slipper, which makes me feel like that's probably like another thing we could do with the potion, but I'm curious where this is going to go exactly.
It's still not tall enough to climb yet. I should
So hopefully once we've advanced another day, we can climb up there and find out what's at the end. Now remember why I spent so long beating that game as a kid. I can imagine. Might play more if an opportunity pops up. Right now I'm so chock full of other things lined up for October, I don't know where I fit it. Yeah, that's reasonable. You certainly seem to have a very busy schedule. If y'all have not checked out Silver Streak's streams, I highly recommend them. I have especially enjoyed all the different games he's been playing for October. I'm kind of spacing out here. Oh wait, do we have more? Oh. I think I just assumed it used it up. All right, we're gonna go try the slippers then. Slipper, singular. Wait. Yeah. Sometimes I have to think for a sec about where to get to a certain place. Might have helped if I drew a map.
I should check back tomorrow.
Okay. Interesting. Now it's gone. Okay, so it's 2 use. So we still don't know what to do with the chopsticks. If we wait a day, we should have a couple different things to do. But also, we have everything we need for the bomb powder. So I think that's our next step. There's a door that requires multiple people to open. So I'm guessing once we bust someone out, we can open that and access some new things. I'm really curious how this is all going to go. I guess I'll give them the P first.
Great. Just one more ingredient to go.
Good thing up.
Oops.
This should work.
Just a second, Muriel. We'll need to be at full health to build this boomer.
What?
Shaky hands and explosives don't mix, woman.
What?
All right, Chester.
Full health? So they're at 3 hearts now. So giving them the meat gave them 2 hearts. But each day they're gonna lose a heart. Well, I'm pretty sure one day they lost 2, but hopefully that won't happen again. And then of course, if we figure out how to get 2 coins, we can get that extra good porridge. Half time. Yeah, that would do it, but I like my best guesses on how we get the porridge. We have no coins right now, so we need to get 2 coins before we get the porridge. We can see 1 coin, but can't get to it. My only guesses as to where we could get another coin. It's possible there's a coin in that treasure chest in front of the mole, so if we fed the mole, then maybe we could get a coin out of there. But that, you know, we're using up our meat to get a coin, so like that is of questionable value, even if it is correct. Like that seems like the kind of thing where, you know, if that's even right, you gotta do it at the right time for it to work out well. And that other coin, I still don't know how we could possibly get that. I really thought the chopsticks were gonna get us somewhere with that. I do, like if we go to bed, we're gonna have, I think, two weeds that have grown. Like we could get the broom handle for Amaya, although after what happened with these 2, I kind of wonder if Amaya needs to be at full health before she can bust out of jail. I kind of wonder if, you know, any of them need to be at full health before they can get out of jail. But, you know, that's still a thing that might be worth doing. And then whatever that other weed gets us up to. And then we could try giving the meat to the mole just to, you know, at some point we need to figure out what's in there. It's really hard to make decisions when there's so many unknowns. Like, I feel like there's no way we can do this chapter in the ideal way unless we've, like, completed it once. There's just too many, like, very exact choices that need to be made, it seems like. So... I still have the... Can I put the rose back here? Okay, good. Good thing I thought of that before I walked off and let it die again. Okay. So is there anything else we can do today? All we have is chopsticks. We still don't have any idea what to use them for. Oh, the... Crap. Tomorrow, like, the hobble pots are going to be down to 2 again. The bakers are going to be down to 1, so we're going to need to give them food, or they're going to die the next day. I'm hoping that soon we'll get something that'll make it a little easier to keep at least one of these groups of people alive. I really thought we were going to be able to bust someone out now, and then we'd have, you know, we'd be down to 2 groups to worry about. I'm just kind of wandering a little bit and thinking about if there's anything else I can possibly do right now. I really can't think of anything. So I guess I'm going to go to bed. I don't feel great about this.
That's about as good as I was going to feel down there.
I just wanted to double check that we are still at full strength. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna like ever go down. Here we go.
So many were relying on me, and I still didn't have a plan. I went to sleep unsure of the decisions I had made and the ones I would have to make tomorrow. Today, I would need to show Bramble some compassion if she was going to make it.
Okay. I guess before I... Like, we know we need to give Bramble some food today or she's gonna die again. But we should check out what's going on with our weeds before we make a decision. I really wanted to use the meat on the mole today to, you know, see what that gets us from the treasure chest. But I don't want anyone to die again. So I hope we're able to get somewhere useful here. It just straight up grew a ladder, huh? That's nice. A coin. Promising. Some drawings of goblins? This is interesting.
Yeah, Chunder Blossom.
Chunder Blossom? Some stinky Chunder Blossoms. What is that for? I suppose it could be a future potion ingredient that we haven't got to. The heck is a Chunder Blossom? Great question.
I seem to be empty right now. I figured if I ever lost something, I might want to check here.
Huh. Interesting. So, like, when we got the frying pan sword thing, it was made clear that if we ended the day with that item, it would get taken away from us when the goblins shake us down at the end of the day. So I assume if we lost that, it would be in here, and at this point we would be able to get it back, which is interesting. Clam Chunder. All right, this way to check on our other weeds. And I think this will get us the broom handle that we can give to Amaya. I assume that's our... Well, we should maybe try to use it on other stuff first, just to see. It's hard to know if things might have multiple uses. Nice. Okay. Glass slipper. Nice. Perfect fit. All right, so we got our broom. Let's see what we can do with it. Oh, and they're gone now. Oh. Huh. Is this something we could blow up, maybe? at first it was like, oh, if we could put out this fire, then we could grab the wood, and the bakers wanted some wood for for their stove or whatever. I guess they can bake something, which presumably has some use. But like the camera panned up to show the area behind. So I kind of wonder if we can, once we get that bomb powder, maybe we can blow this up and get back there. And maybe the pipes being that back there makes me wonder if this is like a way to fix the porridge supply, possibly. Yeah, they look like porridge tubes. I'm pretty sure we don't have anything.
Yes, I'm still paying attention. I'm not sure about that. Really?
Just trying things. I didn't figure any of those would work, but... So... I assume we're done over here, but I'm gonna double check. Just make sure there's nothing new. So we have one coin now. If we could get that other coin, then we could get that porridge. We should definitely try the broom on that coin. That seems like... the chopsticks, like, that seems like an obvious solution. The coin is not that far out of our reach. I kind of wish they had at least a little dialogue to be like, I wouldn't be able to grab onto that with the chopsticks, or, just something to explain why that isn't a solution.
What was nesting down here?
I hope the broom at least gives us something here.
Really?
Really?
I hope you didn't waste it on that.
Come on, it's not a waste. You just knock it down. Like, the fact that the game is giving me nothing here, there's no explanation of why that wouldn't solve this problem, makes it really hard for me to figure out what would solve this problem. Like, do we need to, stack something else on here to climb up higher? I really don't know.
Yes, I'm still paying attention.
Chunder Blossom. What the hell is a Chunder Blossom? Y'all want a Chunder Blossom?
I am here to serve you well, King, but am far too weak to move.
They don't want a Chunder Blossom. What else was gonna... Oh, the drawing over here.
Really?
No?
I hope you didn't waste it on that.
I got the slipper. We did not keep Mr. Fancy Cakes alive, so we can cross that off. Okay. This is all Gart's fault. I agree. Oh, right. The giving the broom to Amaya. Let's do that. Or at least I can't help but wonder if she's gonna... Oh, she's on the bed now. Jeez. So she's down to 2 hearts. I forgot what the Hobblepots have. Maybe we didn't talk to them yet today. Bakers are down to 1. And Amaya's at 2. So let's try giving her the broom.
I better be sure. If I do this now, the prison might go into lockdown.
What? What if I, the gamer, am sure? I thought it was gonna, give me a "Are you sure you want to do this now?" prompt or something. It's basically saying you can't do this now. But I'm kind of curious what happens if I try it again.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I am definitely seeing 2 of it.
Yeah, so she won't even take that until I get her health back up. All right, so I guess I'm gonna... Well, let's check on the Hobblepots first. I want to see what their health is. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna give the meat to the bakers. And then we'll see... We'll reassess things tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, they're down to 2. Like, this feels like every day I'm in kind of a worse overall situation, even if I've done something to help a little bit. I almost wonder if I'm gonna be able to pull this off without someone else dying. Yeah, they were 3 yesterday. For the most part, everybody loses 1 heart a day. At some point, they lost 2 hearts in one day. I'm so sure they did. I don't understand why that happened. And then giving them the meat gives them 2 hearts. I'm very curious how many hearts the porridge restores. It's described as like giving 2 days worth of vitality or something like that. So I almost wonder if it restores 4 hearts, which would be fantastic if we could get a hold of it. Chunder Blossom. Man, this sucks because, like, if I give the meat to Bramble right now, like, she won't die tomorrow, but then tomorrow I've got Amaya's going to be down to 1 heart, and the Hobblepots are going to be down to 1 heart. And I'm not going to be in a better situation to solve anything at that point, unless, like, something new happens. Rip everyone. Yeah, I feel like I've got to be missing something significant. I guess one thing to consider is that it frustrates me that like, it's a huge risk to give the meat to the mole, but I can't help but wonder if that might get us a coin or lead to us being able to get a coin. And I almost wonder if I should just try that, just because if I don't, I'm screwed. Like, I don't even know if I'm correct in thinking that this will get me what's in the chest. Maybe the chest is locked or something. I can't even use the Chunder Blossom?
Dinner is served.
I feel bad about this, but I gotta try it.
This looks like an excellent hiding place.
A hiding place? What? Give me my meat back. I think the item I just got will get me the other coin.
I don't think he'll be a bother anymore.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Hiding place. How is that useful? Oh, there was mention of once I give Amaya the broom, the place will go into lockdown. So maybe that's the point where I need a hiding place. Contraband. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you. At least the naked mole rat will survive, yeah. All right, so I think we can get this coin now. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be very mad at this video game. Thank you. The king is innocent. Woof. All right, now we can buy the porridge. And then, like, I guess we got to give the porridge to Bramble, otherwise she'll die. I guess, maybe that's not necessarily true. My current theory is that the porridge gives us 4 hearts, but I won't know that for sure until we give it to someone. It's possible that if I gave the Hobblepots the porridge, or Amaya for that matter, that either of them could get out of jail and then, you know, maybe we all get out of this situation. I don't even know what happens at that point.
All these wares aren't doing me any good sitting around in here. Jamba.
Can I see your wares?
The last bowl of porridge, spruced up with branberries. Did you know this super fruit packs 2 whole days of nutrition into just 1 serving?
How much?
2 shiny gold coins. Are you interested?
I'll take it.
Enjoy. There ain't nowheres. We are sold out. Nothing like a hard day's work.
Goodbye.
Adieu.
So, like, again, I've got another... That was a weird little freeze there. I've got another impossible decision to make. If I give the porridge to Bramble, then she won't die. That is the only choice I can make where I'm positive she won't die. But even if I'm right that the porridge restores 4 hearts, like, they won't be at full health. And like my assumption at this point is whichever group I want to bust out needs to be at full health. And I assume once I bust one of them out of prison, then, you know, something significant happens. I don't know if this chapter, you know, starts, you know, we go past that, or if maybe I have to bust everybody out somehow. I really don't know what to expect at that point. But I feel like busting somebody out is my best bet at ultimately being able to help the most people. Because otherwise, just, you know, we're running out of time here. This is like, I need to get someone up to, you know, enough health to break out. Otherwise, just every day everybody's worse off overall. Because the 1 meat a day is just not good enough. And the other thing is, like, my best guess as to whether there's a way to solve the porridge problem, the food supply problem, is getting that bomb powder. So I think I'm going to give the food to the Hobblepots. That's the only solution that seems like overall viable. And I guess, like, if Bramble dies again, well, that's just video games. Like, I don't know what else I could do here. Like, it seems like making sure she survives right now is ultimately gonna be a problem. I just noticed I still have the wooden chair. I really didn't think that would be a multi-use item. The only thing I can think of to try it with is this mushroom. No. Okay. I could also give the porridge to Amaya. And, like, it sounds like if I give her the broom handle, then she can bust out of her cell. But this seems slightly more interesting to me. So we're going to do this. Fingers crossed.
Oh, how fancy. Is this the last bowl of porridge? Looks like enough to last us 2 days, and not one giant snack. Right, Chester?
All right, woman, feed me.
So they're at full health now. But the dialogue that just happened makes it sound like they'll still have porridge tomorrow. I don't know. Like, my understanding of it initially was that it would give 2 days worth of health, not that it would last 2 days, but maybe it's both somehow. It's very confusing. Anyways, let's whoa, that was weird. We can get our bomb powder now. That's the important thing. Yeah, it seems like it's kind of temporarily keeping them at full health.
Stand back, Your Majesty.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they were going to immediately use it to get out of jail, or if, you know... Oh, no.
Chester, are you kidding me?
Oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Well, Muriel, We have food now for a week. I just love the taste of powdered bone soup. Ooh, it warms my soul.
But... Oh, well. You're right. Scoot over. Let me have a taste.
Okay.
Our path to escape is clear. Find us a key, and we will break out of here.
This looks dangerous. I hope the guards don't catch me with it. I need to
Okay.
find a light for this fuse.
Okay, so I think we need to throw that in the fire and then we'll get somewhere new. But like, their health is fine now,
I have ever tasted something so good.
so we don't need to worry about them anymore. And I kind of think that probably, like, if we had, you know, done everything the bakers wanted, like, they would have been able to make food in their cell. I'm curious exactly how Amaya would have played out if we did that one first. So now we just have Amaya and the bakers to worry about. And again, Bramble is at a single heart, so we need to get her food today or she's gonna die. So I really hope this is effective. How much nutritional value is there in explosives? Apparently a fair amount. I'm very confused, like their spells, their potions frequently do something unexpected. So, like, instead of explosive bomb powder, it became soup. But, like, also, it seems like this bomb is still gonna work? Bone bomb contraband. Oh, let's find out what happens here. Didn't want to stand back a little? All right. Okay. Where is this gonna get us?
The goblins love stories, especially fairy tales, and they always wanted to hear more.
Well,
Okay.
I love stories too, Grandpa.
As do I. But the goblins were obsessed with them. They couldn't just enjoy their stories like you or me. They based their whole lives around them, collecting and hoarding everything they could from their treasured tales, even if it meant stealing.
Okay. So this is giving me a little more context into the goblin's whole deal, and also why I might want to, you know, collect that page that's on top of a mushroom. What? Oh, so I can't go that way? I mean, obviously I can crawl into this tube now. Okay. So this is the busted porridge tube, and it seems like we're standing in porridge
Be
now.
careful I don't get caught with this.
Oh, more contraband. Bolt cutters. Bolt cutters. Could we just scoop up some porridge? Come on. Page of Bravery. Interesting. Now I'm even more convinced that solving the porridge problem is not an option. Oh, I can climb up here? Interesting. This is below the pipe we went through earlier to get to the room with the spinning wheel and the music box. Oh, I can't. I'm confused by this because it seems like we need something to help us up, but I can't use any items here. All right, well, it seems like I can't make any progress here right now. Bolt cutters. What the hell could we use bolt cutters for? Oh! Is that what gets somebody out of jail? So we can cut the lock off? And I'm curious what exactly we do with this page of bravery. Like, it seems like this is something the goblins would be interested in. But how does that work to our advantage exactly? My poor guy's been glued there for so long. Kind of feel bad. Only a little though. So like, I feel like we're done with spells, possibly. So I'm even more confused what the heck this Chunder Blossom is for. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more spells once they're busted out of here.
We are friends. Friends are we. Come in, dear friend. Friends and shares.
Like, I guess I'm gonna try this.
Oh, hello. Nice, rocky buddies. Come in. Share our delicious soup. Some for you and some for you. I call you Stony, and you Marbles. You can be Sandy.
You're scaring me.
I'm scaring myself.
Guys.
The alarm. We better get a move on.
Okay.
You guys go. My new friends will protect me.
Muriel, we don't have time for this.
Go. I'll be waiting right here for you. I want to make sure the other prisoners get fed.
After all these years, you still find ways to surprise me.
Get out of here!
That sounds positive. I think a risk of people dying might be over. I hope. And now I can get through this door. Rubble
I was
Yell.
off to seek an audience with the Goblin King. If I could get my hands on his key, perhaps I could set the other prisoners free.
Did you have a particular reason for choosing the Hobblepots?
It would take a miracle to get out of this one, and in the absence of miracles, tricks would have to suffice.
But Amaya could have wrecked all those rock bottoms.
Okay, Gart.
Would you mind calling for a guard to carry her off to bed?
But, Grandfather, I'd like to hear more.
Thanks, Dan.
Which part did you like the best? The mischievous goblins? Or the interrupting boy who wanted to tell a different story?
I was enjoying the goblins. Absolutely, I was. I just wanted to show you that I could...
I think it's best to call it a night. The storm has calmed down, and so has she.
But, Grandfather,
Gart,
I just wanted to...
This is not a time for debating. Go to bed. We can continue in the morning.
As you wish. Good night.
Guard, wait. Sorry, I didn't mean to snap. These elixirs have my nerves on edge.
It's okay, Grandfather. And thank you. I do still have a lot to learn from your stories.
Sweet dreams, Guard. Sleep well.
That I can do with my eyes closed.
Now you're learning.
There. That's our ticket out.
Oh, yikes.
No.
Oh, go ahead. Stay back.
I wasn't sure if I could get him across, but he needed to believe I could.
I don't... This green stuff has me concerned, but there's green stuff in both directions. I don't know if the color is important. I don't know. I'm worried I'm going to slip on it or something's going to happen, but okay. I guess it's just decoration. Oh, I see. I was so focused on the green stuff, I was not paying attention enough to these creatures, which is probably the greater concern.
Go.
Oh, yikes.
Right. Right. Forward. Left. Left. Forward.
It's making me nervous. So far, it seems too easy.
Right. Right. Forward.
Oh! Oh, no.
Left. Left. Forward.
Okay. Yikes. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do, but okay, it's fine.
Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Forward.
Okay.
Thank you.
Quick! In my cape! No time to explain.
What? Oh no. I can't help but feel like this shadow is a fake out. Yeah, that has me a little worried. Yeah.
Nightmares
adorable little
come
creature.
in many forms.
Is that a baby
Once
dragon?
you realize what you are actually afraid of, you can start to deal with the fear.
I just put a baby dragon in my pocket.
It's just in my head. It's not gonna work. I'm not afraid of you.
I figured after that scream you'd be back. Let's pick up our story once again. I wasn't actually afraid of dragons. I was still struggling with the loss of a chakra. Now, my decisions meant the life or death of a kingdom. That's the true beast I needed to wrestle with.
Yeah, I think it might be good to deal with the rodent problem. I was about to say she needs a cat, but I guess this family has reasons to not have great feelings about cats, so perhaps that is the issue here. Alright, I need a little break, so this seems like a safe place to pause. I will be back in a few minutes. Silver said, oh, hey, I just finally looked deeper into Twitch tools for Stream Deck and I realized there's a full shout-out command. I'm sure this won't go terribly wrong. How does that work? Because, like, I mean, can you just program a button to shout out a particular person? I guess that's useful. I'm just trying to figure out how else you could, like, shout out whoever you want with Stream Deck. All right. Oh, this is the same group of 3 goblins we saw earlier. Like, honestly, this middle one looks more like a person in a goblin suit. It's like their skin color is normal human skin color instead of this, like, paler goblin color. What do I need to do here? Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh. I do have a little dragon baby in my pocket. What else could I do? Oh, I'm not in the right spot anymore? There we go.
Yes, I'm still paying attention. That would never work.
I have Chester in my pocket. That's a little bit weird. Even for a King's Quest.
Really? I hope you didn't waste it on that.
That's a weird thing to say about a person. It's so cute. My hat! Who is that? He talks like a goblin. Is it a human that was raised by goblins? That's my next guess.
I didn't need to wear his crown to be a great king. My old hat suited me just fine, and Daventry was ready for a new adventure.
Oh. Wow. Interesting. By Manny. Manny is a goblin?
Once in a town just like the one you're imagining,
Maybe
there was
not,
a beautiful
but
castle that stood
I
high
still suspect
on
it.
a hill. All were welcome here. Well, everyone except for the pests. The townspeople cried out to their king, "We must be rid of these rats. They're scaring our children and stealing our cheese." One even ate a baby.
Oh no.
The town had become very unpleasant indeed. Every morning, gold coins clanged through the water well carrying wishes for a better town, but the rats remained. The king, in his finite wisdom, had also been casting wishes, for he desperately needed a plan. As wishes would have it, a wandering piper appeared at the castle gates. The piper offered to expel the rats from the kingdom if the town would overthrow their moronic liege.
Is this is this about King Graham? Is this Manny's King Graham? I was about to say fanfic, but it's more like enemy fic.
Here, here, they cried out. Our throne is but a seat for a hat rack. Rid us of these pests, and the throne is where you'll rest. The stranger pulled out a small flute and played a pleasing melody. The music summoned the rats out of hiding, and they danced on the head of the king. The king shrieked a high-pitched squeal, but the piper continued his song. The rats were led back to the wooded forest where they belonged. The piper returned to the castle to claim his reward, but his knock echoed throughout the halls, and no one let him in. He raised his pipe, and a new melody was played. He watched the drawbridge lower, and a mesmerized kingdom pranced to his side. With a few simple notes and a turn on the heel, the stranger led them from the castle to the deep, dark caverns below.
Did this actually happen? Is that why we're all in jail? Like...
The throne is now empty, and the well doesn't clang anymore.
Manny knew exactly what to write to incite the horde. He chose every word carefully, fully knowing how the goblins would react to his story. Oh, it was brilliant. They did all the dirty work, and he just sat back and watched. I thought I had bested him in the duel of wits, but the mind games were just beginning.
Okay, I get it. So the goblins love stories so much that they kind of like recreated. I called it Villain Manny. You did. Alright, I assume we want to follow those goblins, or do we want to... Oh, I see a book. This book stands out. 1001 Goblin Pranks to fool the baby swap. Good old Goblin Prank 781. What? This game is wild. I thought there was going to be a situation where we pull a book and it opens the secret door. Oh, here's another one. Okay. Oh, I was gonna go see if we could, you know, find out where those goblins went, but we can't actually go back that way. The baby swap.
Do nightmares ever come true?
Of course, but real monsters are far easier to deal with than imaginary ones.
Okay, so new theory. Manny as a baby got swapped with a human. And Manny is a goblin that was raised by humans, and that person was swapped with him as a human that was raised by goblins.
Ugh, goblins ruin everything.
Is that Mr. Fancy Cakes?
Ugh, goblins ruin everything.
I think that's Mr. Fancy Cakes, and he's okay.
goblins ruin everything.
So, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I accidentally found a spoiler when I was looking into a different spoiler as to whether there's a way to save Mr. Fancy Cakes. The spoiler I learned is that the people that die don't actually die. They're just kind of taken away and put somewhere. So I think if other people had died in this playthrough, they would also be in this room.
Es honest, honest.
Distress! Help us, King!
Oh, the dialogue is very loud.
Only stories. Can't you just enjoy them for what they are? You've missed the point entirely. Is this how you want your story to be remembered?
Oh.
Wait. How about a new story? Once upon a time, there lived, let me see what I got here.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Let me try that again.
Huh.
There lived,
What am I supposed to do here? There lived a Chunder Blossom.
Let me try that again. There lived,
I like this a very Zelda-like little screen we get whenever I select an item here. Yeah, I guess Chester is my next thought. Like, I don't... None of these are obvious choices. I'm very curious what's going to happen when I select Chester. Is he going to hold up Chester?
there lived a wise little goblin who loved adventures.
There lived a guy.
Even in his young age, stories of the goblin's quests had spread around the land. Like the time he...
I don't know what is, like, does my choice matter here?
Bear hugged a basilisk.
Okay, so it does matter.
No, that can't be right. Wait a minute here.
I guess I'm kind of choosing how the knight is going to react here?
Jump kicked an evil serpent lord.
Okay.
No, that can't be right. Wait a minute here. Outsmarted a quizzical griffin. In fact, his adventures were so legendary, the goblins decided to make him king. But the goblin adventurer was out of his element and overwhelmed with the work it took to run a successful kingdom. His friends offered their... wisdom. Let me try that again.
I'm doing bad.
Strength. Let me try that again. Heart.
this one hit.
But it
Hey,
wasn't
Hugh,
enough.
good to see you.
He was afraid he would never live up to the king who came before. It got so bad that the goblin gave up. But when packing up his things to run away from the castle, the goblin found... He found...
A sword?
No, that can't be
No.
right. Wait a minute here. Let me try that again.
A chunder blossom. I really want to use the chunder blossom. Broom chops. I feel like we must have missed the use of the chunder blossom and the chopsticks. My old
His
hat.
old adventurer cap.
There we go.
And the goblin realized that he wasn't just here to continue the previous legacy. He was here to create his own. One filled with...
Chunder blossoms. Yeah, I agree. They should remind you when you fail. Like they could at least, you know, put it in text at the top of the screen or something. I really want to choose Chunder. I know it's not going to work, but
No, that can't be
oh,
right.
come on.
Wait a minute here.
My best guess is that now
Let me
is
try
when we
that
can
again.
choose our page of bravery.
Bravery. And the best group of friends you could ever ask for.
Oh, got him.
Grandpa's gotta hear about this.
Told you he'd save us.
No, I told you he'd save us.
Well, I think it was me, actually.
You know, I'm not even sure anymore.
All right, Mr. Fancy Cakes, a river barachi.
And that's my story. Some of the details might have changed over the years, and I certainly left out some parts I wasn't fond of. But I found it's best to enjoy stories for what they are, and not for what you hoped they would be. Ah, you've fallen asleep again, and I think it's time I do the same.
Yeah, tell me more about that. It's just some guy.
You look like you could use a friend.
Interesting. The rain is just beginning. Okay. I'm just trying to. Oh, so the gold coins on the left side are the gold coins I found. Which seems to suggest it's possible to complete the chapter without getting all the coins, which is very interesting. And then in the middle we have just Mr. Fancy Cakes on a bed. I assume if other people had died, they would have their face on the beds there. And on the right side, there's a sword representing the Page of Bravery I found. I assume that page on top of the mushroom would have been another item there we could have gotten, and then there must have been a third one somewhere that I never saw. Any necessary deaths? Hello, Hinton. Good to see you. As far as I understand, it is not possible. At the beginning, Bramble and Mr. Fancy Cakes are both sick and very low in health, and I believe you have to choose one of them to rescue. And we chose Bramble. So Mr. Fancy Cakes sort of died, but also not really. He's fine now. It's okay. Whew. But I do still feel bad. So we get credits again. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that playthrough. I'm really curious what it takes to get the other pages, and especially where the missing one is. I think probably off stream I will play through this game some more and try to get all the trophies and see all the things I missed and stuff like that. Mr. Fancy Case will remember that. Yes, I'm sure he will. And I certainly will never forget. Remember being very happy but also frustrated on my playthrough to realize the deaths weren't real. Yeah, I get what they were going for, to, like, you know, raise the stakes and make it feel like you're making really difficult decisions. But also, I feel like that's kind of a shitty thing to pull on you. Like, I don't know. Next chapter is my favorite one. Yeah, multiple folks have commented on the third chapter being especially good, so I'm very excited. I'm also very curious, like, where things are gonna go here. So this took place after, pretty shortly after the first game, I would say. So I assume our next chapter is going to take place between the second and third game. I continue to be curious if we're ever going to see anyone else in the Graham family in this game. For example, like the next segment, I assume he will be married to Valenice at that point. So is she going to finally show up? We've heard her speak in the present day scenes. Well, we still haven't seen her at all. But I'm gonna let the credits play through here, and then we will at least check out the beginning of the next chapter. I'll probably go till around 7-ish. I really like the music in this game. You know, it feels like they're including lots of little, you know, callbacks to the music from the original games, but they're not leaning on that too hard. Like it feels like, you know, very original music. Is it time for Graham to get swole? I hope so. Oh, Silver says, wait, maybe I'm thinking of chapter 4. Interesting. I did notice we get little, on the chapter selection screen, like you see in the magic mirror, you get like a little preview of, I assume, what Graham looks like in that chapter. So I have seen the different face changes. I really need to get another new pen. I meant to do that before stream today, but I forgot. So... yeah, I was almost gonna ask what some of the items were for that I never used, but I guess I don't actually want to know because I want to figure that out when I play through again. We did eventually get the coin on the pile of stuff. We defeated the lock on the cage door. We never got the drawing on the tall mushroom. And we did feed them all. Not bad. Well, I'm going to skip the rest of the credits. Get the season pass to continue your quest in Chapter 3, available now. I really like these little paintings they have at the end to tease the next chapter. Really nice style. Tower is very interesting. Okay. So, here's what we have. The youngest of Grahams, we have slightly older Graham, and now we have, like, it's interesting, like, his face almost looks a little younger overall, but his hair is definitely getting gray. I think it's just the angle. And then this one, I'm guessing is the one you were referring to, Silver. Getting that beard in. And then we have very old King Graham. All right, let's start Chapter 3.
I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape for my back, and an appetite for adventures. Questing led me to recover King Edward's magic mirror, and he rewarded me with his throne.
Nice shot of the castle. This is an interesting start to the chapter here.
I inherited a flawed, charming kingdom, and I worked tirelessly to restore the land to its former glory. That trellis looked better over there.
Huh? Huh.
Over there, really.
Okay. I thought maybe I could move it over again. I don't understand what I'm doing here exactly. Like, if any of these needs a trellis, it seems like it's this one here is struggling.
Or here. Hey, I'm flexible. That trellis looked better over there.
Okay. Huh. That time I was kind of pressing left on the stick, and also I tried to get on the right side to like push it in that direction, and it seems to have worked. Oh, it like immediately grew? Huh. I still don't understand the purpose of what I'm doing here.
In a few short years, I had grown into the king I'd always wanted to be. And while I was proud of the Daventry I had shaped, something still felt like it was missing.
Okay. Interesting. So we can, like, go back and forth in time here. This is neat. Can we go back further? Okay. Okay. Nothing like a good time travel puzzle in my King's Quest. Yeah. It's very fun.
Over there, really.
So obviously we don't want the brambles to grow and take over the path. Like, this doesn't seem like there's anything that's gonna grow here.
Hey, I'm flexible.
So I'm gonna put it back where it was at the beginning. And continue on. Aww.
No! Wait, no! There is absolutely no way that could be right. There's no way that could have happened. I was too invested in that owl. I missed a detail in the story.
Oh no. Oh, okay, now we have a shovel. I figured there was going to be something I could get here that I could use to go back to the very first time period.
No, I didn't abandon that owl family. I found a way to save their son.
Of course you did. So I think we want to go back to the beginning and dig in the middle spot.
I forgot one small detail. I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, an appetite for adventures, and a small shovel in my pocket.
Of course.
No treasure there.
Okay, huh. Interesting.
A tiny acorn had been planted in the dirt.
So we can plant the acorn in a different spot.
Buried in the soil was a tiny, spiniferous thorn seed.
Okay. So I'm going to plant the acorn
I planted that
here?
miniature acorn in the ground, a way to commemorate new beginnings.
And then I'm going to put the thorns over here. And that seems good. I like the suggestion he was born with a vest and glasses, of course. Oh. No.
Something's still missing in this bird brain equation. I'll try again.
I'll try again. Okay. I see. I thought the brambles would grow here and then keep the squirrel from coming in, but I guess I need to put the brambles in the middle. I guess like the rock falls over and crushes whatever is in that spot. Alright, so we're gonna go all the way back. Hey, 6-7. Has to be an Easter egg there. Where specifically?
That looked like a great spot for a spiniferous thornweed plant to thrive.
I agree. Just thinking about owls and our fine feathered friend. Okay. So now we gotta move this to the middle.
That trellis looks better over there.
And I think we're good. Got him.
The family of chirping owls brought a smile to my face, but anguish to my heart. My kingdom was thriving, but I was alone. Who was I building this Daventry for?
So right before King's Quest 2. Yeah, I guess so.
The loneliness of the road that night was only offset by the company of my hungry, rumbling tummy. I headed back to the castle for a bite to eat.
What good is all this food with no one to share it with? Oh, how rude of me. Here you go.
Sire, Daventry Decree 74311.
I know. No animals are allowed at the table. Did the Hobblepots ever respond
He's definitely
to
been
my
working out.
invitation for dinner?
No response. I haven't seen them in a while, actually. Sorry.
You're right. Perhaps the guards would accept an invite for dinner.
Oh, Graham, we'd love to.
We'd love to, but...
Yeah, Decree 911 to the 23rd power.
Afraid so, sire.
As you were. Oh, before I forget, Larry, you know I restored the budget for your own personal steed, right?
Oh, right. My own personal steed. Thank you.
Well, I suppose I could use the surplus on masking the odor of number 2. No, I mean Royal Guard number
Triumph.
2. He smells like syrup.
It's intolerable, really. It's gotten so bad my helmet fogs up.
You'll get used to it.
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that?
Tribe's old.
Oh, there's 2 thrones now. I didn't expect that to happen. What am I gonna do with those? Silver says, I love how much work the VA did by simply dialing down the excitement to make Graham sound older. Hey, Steve, good to see you. Need a throne for Lady Val. Yeah, exactly. I kind of figured that wouldn't happen until she was actually here. What exactly am I doing here?
Well, would you care to join me for dinner?
Dinner sounds lovely, but I'm only allowed to leave my post in times of distress. Or if that plate of peas needs to be replenished. Oh, I think they went too strong on the lavender again. I can smell the spices from here.
So... Interesting.
What good is all this food with no one to share it with?
Making a to-go plate? I guess so. Oh, that's a napkin. That's funny.
Square hole.
I guess he's wearing his hat? I was thinking the napkin was his hat.
Nope, I'm pretty full.
Okay.
Well, these peas reek of lavender.
What?
Well, would you care to join me for dinner?
Dinner sounds lovely, but I'm only allowed to leave my post in times of distress. Or if that plate of peas needs to be replenished. Oh, I think they went too strong on the lavender again. I can smell the spices from here.
Well, Oh. The plate of peas over here is empty. So don't you need to replenish it? Y'all, I'm very confused.
Well, would you?
That didn't fit there. You're not fooling me.
Can you fan some of this lavender smell away from my nostrils? Please.
That dialogue happened when I chose the folded napkin. But...
Can you fan some of this lavender smell away from...
What?
Now's not the time for that.
I'm so confused.
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that?
Like, he keeps talking about that. Like, what? How do I do that? Do you want some peas?
Sire, Daventry Decree
There we go.
74311.
I know. No animals are allowed at the table.
Oh. Did that not actually work? It's not at the table, I'm just...
Sire, Daventry
Rude. Oh. Is this what I need to do? There we go. Enjoy your peas, Triumph. Don't like peas? Okay. How about some meat with your peas? There we go.
More peas, sire? Apologies. I'm allergic to the lavender.
Okay, I feel like we're making progress. I don't know what this is accomplishing, but I feel like we're making progress. I've got a rug now. Okay, I think the peas are infinite. What am I supposed to do with this rug?
Now's not the time for that.
Someone had placed a second throne next to mine as a hint. I bet it was Royal Guard number 2. He was growing old and anxious for Graham kids.
Really? You're using your own name in puns now?
You're right. That pun was chairless.
Segment must be a callback to the moon logic puzzles of the olden days. Yeah, certainly seems that way.
Such big muscles. Can't believe you had trouble finding a girlfriend.
I worked on those muscles for myself, Gwendolyn. Thank you very much.
Now's not the time for that.
What could I possibly do with this rug? Hello, Izzy Bose Gaming. Welcome. Interesting. I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of an idea of what we're doing here, but oh, the chair at the end, is that where I want to interact with? Okay.
That's a good start. What else can we add to her? You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
Okay.
What about a hat? What should we use for the face?
Oh, a face. I've got most of those. We got purple cape.
What about a hat?
I've got a hat.
What should we use for the face?
Face. I don't know what to do. I guess
What
we
should
could
we
use some
use for the
meat for a face. Graham has filled his kingdom with infinite peace and quiet. I suppose he has. Good night, Silver. Enjoy your stream. Thanks for hanging out. Graham's gone off the deep end. I agree. I think he's not doing so great here. So let's find out if we can use meat for a face. It seems a little upsetting, but I guess this whole thing is a little upsetting. So we'll give it a shot. Whoop. Oh! That makes sense.
Oh, perfect. What should we name her? No, that's my sister's name. You know that. I'm thinking something that ends in a soft consonant.
It was at that exact moment when the magical mirror called out to me.
Hey. Oh. You've knocked over your new friend.
Showed me a magical reflection of a tower
far interesting.
away in the kingdom of Koliba. It told me that the princess I would marry was trapped at the very top, waiting for me to rescue her. Wasting no time, I grabbed a beautiful ring from the royal treasury and headed off to save my future wife. Ha! Oh, looks like my nursemaids are here. Can you excuse me for half an hour?
You got it, Grandpa.
So right before King's Quest 2. This looks like the game I was playing with Manny.
Gwendolyn, it's your move.
Oh. What's taking them so long?
I'm honestly not sure. He's probably just distracting the nursemaids with his jokes.
For 4 hours?
Would that really surprise you?
No, I guess not.
There's a little drawing of Alexander in the background.
So, are you excited for Grandmother's birthday?
I haven't even picked out a present yet.
Mother helped me pick out mine. I'm told it's the perfect gift.
All right, children. Your grandpa is now ready for you. Gwendolyn, he asked to see you first.
Can we go together?
Best not to overwhelm him all at once. Besides, I need Gart's help with the daily decrees.
Is it all right if we finish this after lunch?
Go ahead. Wouldn't want to keep him from his favorite.
Your grandfather doesn't have favorites, Gart. He loves each of you in his own special way. Now tidy up and meet me in the throne room. I've got 3 trays of appetizers with your name on them.
I assume that's Valenice. I don't remember her
special way.
voice well enough to be positive, but...
Doesn't matter. Not with Addendum 48677 in the books.
Poor Gart.
Ah, bother.
Classic Gart.
Come on. There's got to be another one in there.
Just like Gart.
Just one more. One last quest. Another notch in my feather. A voyage to Neptune's kingdom. Or a journey through the infinite desert. Please, Mira. One final adventure.
Grandpa,
Ah, just the person I wanted to see.
are you doing all right?
I am now.
Did they find you the right medicine?
Your company is better than any medicine in those vials. Yeah. Now, come, sit. This time, you picked the story. Something with a dragon, perhaps.
Actually, could you tell me more about Grandma? Everyone knows she's a great queen, and she's nice and regal and wonderful. But none of that's helping me pick out her birthday present. I want to get her something really special.
Of course. I suppose there's no better place to start than at the beginning, when my travels led me to the Enchanted Isles.
Interesting.
Grandpa, Mom used to tell me this story before bed. Hasn't everyone in Daventry heard this? In that tower, rescued Princess Valenice, fell in love, and lived happily ever after.
Well...
Does sound familiar.
Fairy tales have a bad habit of simplifying matters of the heart. They
True.
weave tales that love just happens easily and with no effort required. A real story is far more exciting than what you've been led to believe.
Interesting. Yeah, this does look fun. I thought we would... My assumption was that we would kind of like, you know, go between each... like we would jump ahead from like... The first chapter was before the first game, and then... You know, next we went to basically right after the first game, but before the second game. I assumed at this point we would jump ahead to after the second game, before the third game. But we're actually like filling out more of the story of the second game, which like definitely, you know, they don't, you know, there's no like love story there. Like they meet and they get married, and it sounds like they're gonna, you know, kind of give us more to their, you know, backstory of getting to know each other and stuff, which is cool. I hope that's correct. if it's not obvious, I am like controlling him in these little scenes. It's kind of neat how we're just kind of having these short little screens, but I can still walk around and stuff. Not too much longer. I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon. This is the dating sim chapter. Good luck. I wish. Interesting. Convenient. Excuse me? Can I just get through here? Sorry to bother you. I hope I brought a crowbar. No, I just have pictures of everyone. Oh, here we go. I can't... Oh. I was trying to walk onto it. I had to press X to go onto it. I feel like if I just go forward, it'll... That stone is going to come out and appear underneath me. This tower is surprisingly helpful.
I hadn't even met my love, and I was already falling for her.
I was trying to go over to this one. There we go.
Oh. True love never dies, but Zards, can it hurt?
Zards, they're really going all in on Zards in this game, huh? So I want to go... Oh, I thought I was okay on that one. Alright, I think I got it this time. Diagonal from here should be good. But then what? Is up okay? No, it's not.
This tower is not built to scale.
I'll get there. Is Zards a stronger or weaker swear than Zounds? That's a great question. Zards feels a little bit stronger to me. Oh, no, 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 no.
I can't help falling in. Well, just falling. I can't help falling.
Okay. I want to go, yeah, that one. Okay. Come on, you got this.
Whew.
Fate brought me to that tower to find my true love.
Huh.
But which one was she? I plead with the magic mirror to show me a sign.
So this is very interesting. Like, can I actually choose who Valenice is? Is this the reason why they haven't shown her so far? I will say, when I first saw her, I was like, oh, interesting. That's not how I would have pictured her. And then I saw her and I was like, oh, that's Valenice. So I think I gotta go with her. What? Why is there a painting of an avocado?
Princess, will you marry me?
No.
Don't you believe in love at first sight?
I don't. Well, I do, but not like this. You don't even know me. I don't even know you. You didn't even ask my dad. Please stand up. You're making it worse.
Yes. Well, my apologies. My one true
What?
love.
No, Graham.
Well, I might have said yes, but I loathe second place.
So that's, no?
Yes. I mean, yes, that's a no.
Well, no bother. We shall now proceed with the rescue mission as planned. Princesses, if you would be so kind as to toss down your long, luxurious golden locks of hair?
You're joking, right? No one's had that hairstyle for decades. Centuries, really.
Please tell me buried inside that ornate cape is a real escape plan. Like a trained eagle, or flying berries, or an adventuring rope.
Adventuring rope?
You're a bit of a ropeless romantic now, aren't you?
Well, looks like you're
Girls
stuck here
in the
with us. An intro might be in order. My name is... Not quite.
Oh. Oh, shoot. Unexpected.
Steady that shelf!
Okay, I hate to stop at such a dramatic moment, but I think it's time to wrap things up. Let's pop out to the main menu here. And we will pick that up next week. I love this chapter already, and I'm very excited to see where it goes from here. Geez, very, very excited. So, let me hit my schedule button here. I will continue this a week from today. My next stream will be on Tuesday, of course. This week I started playing Alone in the Dark from 1992. The first 3D survival horror game. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to continue that. Also, Unsecret Crush is usually in the background. She was at the beginning of the stream, of course. But she will be streaming over on her own channel on Monday on Soup Duty. Yes. She's on Monday. She's currently playing Persona 3, which is getting to the end of. Things are getting real interesting. So I'm excited to see more of that. I've never finished Persona 3 myself. I started playing the portable version, but never got super far. I watched Unsecret Crush play some parts of the end, but I feel like I missed a lot. So I'm curious to see how things will go there. But right now, we are going to raid our friend Silverstreak, who was in chat earlier. Silver is he's been doing a variety of like spooky themed games for October, which has been a lot of fun. And today he's playing Blood Rain Betrayal. I think this is the most recent Blood Rain game, the like Metroidvania style one. Yeah, it is. Okay. And he's doing like some dare drop stuff, which gives him like some extra challenges to do, so that should add a fun bonus element to the game. But I hope y'all will come along. I appreciate you being here. Again, Junior Skeg, Vervain, thank you so much for those resubs. I really appreciate your support, and I appreciate everyone's support just for hanging out. It's great to have you here, and I enjoy your presence very much. So y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you around. Bye, y'all.